Hello, friends. It has been a minute since I have made one of these videos. That's just kind of how things are going for right now. I'm still making content over on my Instagram. I know I've been putting out some shorts over here, and that's kind of what I've been able to manage for right now. So it is ever my hope to get back into making these longer form videos a little bit more frequently, but to be perfectly honest, I can't promise that. So, today's video is going to be a little bit of a haul, a little bit of tutorial, and a little bit of housekeeping. So, I recently received a package from Rapunzel with some of their recent launches from their fall line. And then in addition to that, I had a video with them recently that did very well. It was with a favorite t-shirt scarf. I may or may not make a longer form video, excuse me, on that wrap, but it did very well. And as a thank you, Rapunzel offered to let me pick out a few scarves from their website to get sent as well. So typically when Rapunzel sends me packages, they send me what they choose to send. Sometimes they might offer me a choice of like color A or color B, but for the most part, when these packages arrive, they tend to be a surprise to me. So this is the first time that I've gotten to pick out multiple items that I wanted. And believe me, I had a wish list ready to go. So yeah, I'm going to start with those items. So the first thing is this Perfection square scarf in mocha. So I love these scarves. They are completely made of cotton. I started with the purple Perfection scarf, and then I got it in the olive color when that was available, like this time last year. And then a little while ago, they relaunched these scarves in a bunch of new colors, and this is the one that I choose. I think this is such a pretty neutral. Like, it's got that tan camel color in it, the mocha color, I guess you would say. It also has this blue where I could definitely see wearing this with like navy, and then a little bit of coral, which I think is such a fun, unusual color combination. Also, just, I love that these are like, they're not sparkly, they're very, you can wear them as kind of like a cute little bandana look, but you can also wrap them to look a little bit more sophisticated, and I adore them. I would happily have it, I think, in like every color that they make. Second wrap that I got is this is a new striped delight scarf. I think they called this color rainbow marigold or marigold rainbow. At time of posting, I think there's only like one or two of these left on the website, and like you can see why. I feel like a lot of time people are like intimidated by these like yellow orangey colors, but I think this is such an approachable version, and like I love the other colors. Like as soon as I got it, I was like, oh, it's like Skittles. It's like original Skittles colors, right? Like very, very Taste the Rainbow. But I just thought this was super, super pretty, and I love the striped delights. They're just so easy to wrap with. And then the third item that I selected, this is the Shiny-licious scarf in dark teal. So again, the Shiny-licious scarves I love. If you know me, you know I love the sparkle. I have it in many, many other colors. Like they're so lightweight. It's like as easy to wrap with as one of like the tough 2-in-1s. In some ways easier because the sparkle makes them like extra grippy. Just so versatile. And I have a wedding coming up, and I have a dress for the wedding that is about this color, and I didn't have anything else to go with it, so this is what I selected. Now, aside from that, we have the items that Rapunzel selected to send me, and these, I think all of them came out with the fall launch or very near it. So first is, this is the warm shade scarf, so it's this really pretty brown with like teal and tans in it, so it's like any of the colors that are in here you can wear. And also, like, look at that, how pretty. I'm gonna do a tutorial with these once I finish going over the rest of the shipment. Next, this is the Versailles garden scarf. This is super interesting. I don't think I've ever had a scarf quite this texture, so it doesn't have like fringes, like tassels or anything. but the edge of it is kind of like a little bit fringy, similar to what you'd see off of like a Petal Soft, but like the texture of this is so interesting. It's like, it's very, very soft. It's like pashmina soft, but also like very lightweight. I don't think I've ever seen another scarf like it. This is like, if you like the Can't Catch Me scarves with all of like the different patterns and everything in it, definitely consider this one because it has that same like versatility in the patterns and everything, but like a little bit warmer, a little bit cozier for like fall and winter. I have like a really cute video with this plan that I'm going to be doing for Rapunzel. But yeah, just like, I think this is going to be like such a fabulous transitional piece, fall into winter. And then speaking of transitional pieces, this is the swirly sparkles, I think is what it's called, scarf. So you can see like the pattern along, so this is like along one edge, and then it's kind of like a gradation down, down, down to like no sparkle at the other end, just kind of like tapering off. But this is like, it's super pretty. It's also like, it's very lightweight. You could totally wear this during the summer. But also I think with like this color scheme, like into the winter months is going to be so, so nice. And like, this is also, it's available in like a gray, black sort of color if like the blue is not your jam. But yeah, super pretty. So that's like my latest selection, including things that I just received. So I wanted to talk about, so it's October. October is, as many people know, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I did a video, I posted it on my Instagram, I posted it as a short here, where I basically talk about my own familial experience with breast cancer, which is to say that I am the daughter and granddaughter of breast cancer survivors. My mother was diagnosed with breast cancer when she was in her early 40s, and at that time we had no known family history. And then her mother was actually diagnosed about a year after that. So fortunately, both of them were diagnosed very early in the disease stages. I have another very dear relative of mine who is fighting breast cancer right now, also in the very early stages, thank God. But yeah, which is to say that it's very near and dear to me to make sure that the women in my life, including myself, are taken care of, that you are, so talk to your doctor about your risk factors, get the screenings that you need, preventive screenings. I know as women, sometimes it's really easy to put our own care needs to the side for the sake of our families, but this is really one of those things that I'm very passionate about. So I get mammograms on an annual basis. I also get ultrasounds every few years due to my age and tissue density. So yeah, just wanted to put that out there. But this is a wrap that I did in like pinks and blues, the idea of which was to make it look like a like the pink breast cancer ribbon from the front. So I did it kind of as like a Shira Tales inspired look. So I'm trying to think, because like I did this a couple days ago. How exactly? Okay. So I want, yes, I want slightly shorter on this side so that this is going to be slightly longer side. And I am putting it on at an angle. I might also do this tutorial as like a short for Rapunzel. We'll see, because they sent me the scarf and I think that this is a really pretty way to show it off and to like fancy it up a little bit, because I think you look at a scarf like this and it really screams like casual, but paired with the right combination, it's definitely, can be made into a nicer, fancier wrap. Okay, and then this guy is going to come up here to complete the V, and it's not quite long enough for me to like just tuck it all in without leaving a bunch of stuff out, so I am going to give it a little bit of a twist and then just tuck that in at the nape of my neck. And And then I'm going to take my teal Shinylicious and I'm going to fold it down into like a sash length. For this, I am wearing, this is a Cloud9 shaper that I have on. That's my usual shaper. I always link everything that I'm wearing in the description box below. But I am going to put this on pretty uneven. So more uneven than I usually would do for a sheer tails, because I'm going to be twisting the scarves and that will always eat up a lot more length than if you are bringing a scarf straight across your head. So I think that's probably still a little bit on the long side. Okay. Let's try it there. I did this with a tough 2-in-1, so it might be a little bit... Oh, I have miscalculated. It's fine. I wanted both of my long ends on the same side, and they're not. Whatever. We're just gonna go with it anyway, but it does mean they need to come over this side. So I am going to take these and I'm going to twist them around one or another. I'm going to start twisting them pretty loosely. The looser you make the twist, the less length you're going to eat up, and conversely, if you make it really, really tight, you're going to eat up a lot more length. And then this will go up and over my head. And I'm going to start with this guy. That's pretty even, actually. Definitely wrapping longer than the tough 2-in-1 did. Interesting. All right, and I'm going to pull it through just like so, and then I still have this guy out here in the back. So I'm gonna make sure that my teal is like pulled out in the back, and then I'm gonna take this guy and I'm gonna bring it around and tuck that up and underneath. And so you can see where I've got, it kind of looks like, you know, the ribbon from the front here, and then with just like a little bit of a regal extra crown to it. So here it is from the front, from the side, from the back, and the other side. So that is it for the scarf portion of this video. One other thing that I wanted to discuss. So if you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen that I have been sharing certain partner links in my stories. So this is a new thing that I am doing. I was approached by a platform where essentially they work with creators to share causes or information that they may care about. And in return, we receive a small amount of money for, you know, clicks or, you know, signing up for the things that we post about. So this is just, you know, I don't do any of this for the money. I have a full-time job. I don't make very much money at all from doing anything on social media, but Instagram especially is very difficult to monetize, and that is where I have the most success with my platform. So this is just a way of trying to just get like a little bit of compensation for the work that I do over on that platform. If you don't want to support any of the things that I'm sharing about, if you're not into that, skip on by. But yeah, if you want a way to support me that costs you zero money, that is a way that you can do it. So you might be seeing those a little bit more frequently, and that's what that all is about. So until next time, that is a wrap for me, and thank you so much for watching.